unbreakable. I just realized that this whole game is takeable if I want it. And I do, yes, I want it. I don't care how you feel about it. I do what I want. I used to look up to the people that I'm moving in front of. It's not that crazy anymore. My city used to a come up. Bryce and Jack G. James is up next. The rest is up to me. These lames is upset. My peers get upstaged. The fans are obsessed. My city is upcoming. These people are oppressed. And I'm gonna change things. I'm up in Carmichael's trying to get on the same page. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it. 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 They don't love it.
I can get it gone in the blink. Stack money. We can make a from the sink. Money. He can make a call if he tweet. Black money. I can make a ball when I speak. Rap money. Brother used to hide 100. The hashback partner used to bust a couple scams.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens. McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go to wrap up a great Sunday of football. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out 2-25. Right to the air is Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Ravens at 13-2 on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker.
And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Mike Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Here we go.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
11. Stop.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up with a very good clip.
Well, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter.
And now the ball's out, funneled near midfield.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
11. 12.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Christian Watson, 56 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Now they try the right side here. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 73 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go, here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go.
Burrow will throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12. 12, 12, 12.
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Hands it off out of the gun. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. There he goes, left side. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He finds Bateman over the middle. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman with career touchdown number 60. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground, and this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
11 MT.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now it's Burrow. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And Burrow's saying, let's go, let's go. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These two teams, you may recall, they didn't play each other till late in the year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in Week 13, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one, so now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. And down to the 46-yard line here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Ravens will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Here we go.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And with that run, he's already at 100 yards here before halftime. So if he sees the same kind of action in the second half, he could be on his way to a career game.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Bengals with work to do in this 3rd quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chomp into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here from the 38. Able to slither by. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Now Jackson on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 99 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Give them 3 yards there on the 1st down pickup. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On second down, Jackson checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more.
Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He's going to have the first down and then some. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. First down, here's Mitchell. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right back to Mitchell on second down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 111 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they're going to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Mitchell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Once more with Mitchell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game.
And in for the Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Ravens extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bullying his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, what was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of a bad game, because those are going to happen from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready to go in the future. But that run right there, that's what they were looking for.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now. The Bengals bring out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up